Hi guys, Neil Waterhouse. Today I want to share with you my number 2 lesson I've learned from being in business for over 30 years. This lesson is called PFI and it stands for Primary Field of Interest. Now this lesson, it's completely changed my life, but not just in business, but also very much in my personal life and also very much so with my hobbies. Now PFI, or Primary Field of Interest, means narrowing down exactly which fields you want to specialise in life, in all aspects of your life, not just in business. And it also means getting rid of all those other distractions in life that stop you from focusing on those PFIs or those primary fields of interest. I want to share with you a few places I've used PFI in my life to radically improve my businesses and also my personal life. There's the old saying, life doesn't reward us for being a jack of all trades. Life rewards us for what we master. And this is PFI in action. For the last 20 years, since 1998, since the dark ages of when the internet started evolving, I've just focused on selling online on 3 platforms only: eBay, Amazon and my own websites. And that's it. Because I focus on just these 3 platforms only, I've been able to allocate my available time to these 3 platforms, whereas if I chased after every other new online marketplace that's appeared over the last 20 years, I would have had far less time to work on those 3 platforms. It's the same with everything in life. If you want to get good at, say, a hobby, and you wish to allocate, say, 2 hours a week to your new hobby, then it's impossible to get good at every hobby in the world, especially with the limited amount of time each of us got left on this planet. But if you just chose one hobby, you quickly get better and better at that one hobby. You need to choose your primary focus of interest and then keep doing it to get good at it. Take another example, learning a language. Let's say you were willing to allocate 1 hour a week to learning a new language. If you use this 1 hour a week to learn 10 different languages at the same time, your progress with each language will be extremely slow. Instead, if you chose your primary focus to be one language, let's say Italian, your progress will be much faster than the average human being who is jumping from one language to the next. Take another example, gardening. Let's say you're able to allocate, say, 1 hour a week to gardening, or to learning gardening. If you were to buy a big book on gardening and try and learn everything in the book, most people would get very frustrated with their slow results trying to put everything in place. But if you choose, just say growing vegetables, or even better still, niche it down even more to just growing tomatoes, or even more, just growing, say, Roma tomatoes, you get very good at growing Roma tomatoes in a relatively short amount of time. In fact, your friends and family will be probably absolutely amazed at your ability to grow Roma tomatoes. And this is the power of PFI, or primary field of interest. As anybody who's known me for a while would know, my biggest hobby in my life is building and flying radio controlled planes. And I used to have over 30 different models until one day I realised I could radically improve my flying skills by using the PFI principle. I fly my models twice a week, on Wednesdays and Sunday mornings. I figured out that if I flew one of my 30 different planes each week, I'd only get to fly the same model twice every year, which means, of course, I'd never be very good at flying each model. As soon as I realised this, I immediately started selling off 2/3 of my models. I realised if I flew the same models every time I go out, I'd get better and better. Now, when I fly my models, I really enjoy flying jets and aerobatics, and before adopting PFI to my flying, I was always trying to get good at all the mainstream aerobatic manoeuvres, and there's close to 40 of the mainstream aerobatic manoeuvres. Today I practice just 8 of these aerobatic manoeuvres, and like everybody who practices the same thing over and over, I keep getting better and better at these 8 manoeuvres. So the big lesson today is, choose your primary field of interest in each aspect of your life. Write them down. Do more of those primary fields of interest, and just as importantly, get rid of all those other distractions. That's all for this week. Please scroll down, leave me a comment below. Until next week, listen more, sell more. This is Neil Waterhouse.